tonight for our senior football players, and we'd like to recognize our seniors. Our first senior, number 6, Charlie Hughes, parents Robert and Laura Hughes. Now let's welcome number 7, Joseph Sullivan, parents Patrick and Claudia Sullivan. Let's welcome number 8, Knox Romeo, parents Jonathan and Melissa Romeo. Now number 10, Braden and Glenn, parents Trey and Allison Glenn. Now number 11, Teo Crawford, accompanied by Bessie Williams and Willie Mitchell. Now number 14, Kamal Hammond, accompanied by Shania Nelson and Tamer Hammond. Number 15, Layton Hargrove, parents David and Lori Hargrove. Now number 23, Landon Neese, accompanied by Ashley and Mary Michael Neese. Number 25, Tyler Moore, accompanied by Brian and Elena Moore. Now let's welcome number 27, Jordan Moss, his mom, Sylvia Moss. Now number 29, Cameron Mayaka, accompanied by Lorraine Elder. Now number 30, Skylar McGee, parents Veronica and Isadore McGee. Now let's welcome number 34, Troy Saunders, parents JT and Jennifer Saunders. Now, number 35, Josh Cheatham. His mom, Shalonda Cheatham, and Robert Williams. Now let's welcome number 40, Bryce Littleton. Parents Bridget Meadow and Shane Littleton. Now number 41, Aiden Robinson. Parents Lloyd and Gigi Robinson. Now let's welcome number 42, CJ Parker. Parents Brian and April Parker. Now number 43, Braden Duke, Father Rodney Duke, and Mother Vera Beasley, and stepfather Michael Beasley. Number 45, Leighton Reese, parents Braxton and Jennifer Reese. Number 47, Alex McKinstry, parents Brad and Debbie McKinstry. Now number 52, Walker McCulley, parents Cinnamon and Kirk McCulley. Now number 54, John King, parents Mary and Marianne King. Number 56, Drew Ulch, parents Kevin and Marnie Ulch. Number 62, Michael Lawrence, with his mom, Cherie Lawrence. Number 65, Darren Gordon, parents Demetrius and Chandra Gordon. Now welcome number 70, Everett Thompson, parents Mark and Marcia Thompson. Now welcome number 71, Dawson Ray, parents Jordy and Kim Henson. Now let's welcome number 86, Hastings Sykes, parents Hastings and Paige Sykes. Number 87, Will Cox, parents Scott and Tara Cox. Number 89, Carter Tyus, parents Kevin and Cindy Tyus. Now number 96, Garrett Warren, parents Wade and Eileen Warren. Number 98, Matthew McMeans, parents Andy and Janice McMeans. And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome manager J.G. Reese Coffey with his mom, Layla Coffey. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give another round of applause for our senior players.
Vestavia Football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, Freaky Fast Gourmet Sandwiches, D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, Train Different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank. Vestavia Football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank. Vestavia Football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
Like me. When I run up in the lab and cook like me, but ain't me.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the VHHS Rebel Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Dean Little, Palmer Sparks, and Al Dean Francisco. The band director is Jarrell Horton. Assistant director Heather Palmer. Majorette sponsor Andrea Burris. Color guard sponsor Aaron Dearman. And the Rockette sponsor Angie Richardson. The majorette co-captains are Kennedy Coggin and Julia Weingarten. The Rockette captain is Anna Rocho. And co-captains are Julia Kate Williams. Color guard captains are Sarah Chapman, Virginia Buchanan, Abigail Bowers, and Ann Camille Klein. Now enjoy the show, Symphony in B-Funk. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vestavia Hills High School Rebel Marching Band.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank. Vestavia Football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank. The Rebel Pregame Report, presented by Yanoski Orthodontics and brought to you in part by Bryant Bank, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, and D1 Birmingham. Vestavia Football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival. And brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
Good evening and happy homecoming. It is the homecoming game for the Vestavia Rebels tonight, taking on Shades Valley. Of course, this will be Coach Buddy Anderson's last game with the Rebels. After 49 years, he has decided that this will be his last, and Rebels obviously not playoff ready, but this will be his last game. And Jude, you got to talk about a great coach. Coach Anderson has to be in the mix.
Oh, yes, for sure. 49 years at a program, you know, you have to be a good coach no matter what.
Of course, winningest coach in Alabama history. And here come the Rebels wearing the special red uniforms tonight. Of course, they're coming in red hot after 2 straight dominant victories against Spain Park and Gadsden City. Shades Valley comes in tonight after a dominant 50-0 win over Woodlawn. And you know both teams are motivated tonight. Will be the last game for both teams, trying to come away with one last win to salvage a season. Of course, we have plenty of Coach Anderson's former players in the end zone, all coming back to support him for his one last game. Many players from 49 years of coaching. Both teams coming out onto the field now looking for the opening kickoff. It looks like the Vestavia Rebels will be kicking off. Number 98, Matthew McMeans, handles that duty for the Rebels. And yes, the Mounties will come out in a receiving formation. And Matthew McMeans now has the ball. He will tee it up. For Shades Valley, we have number 9, Marlon Sewell. Number 10, Kaylin Alexander. And number 4, Alfonso Weathers. Here we go now. McMeans settling in his players. He starts the kick, and the ball is away. This ball game has started. Number 10 now takes it. He's out to the 20. Runs into a host of Rebels, and he'll get pushed forward to about the 22-yard line.
Great gain tackle.
Yeah, a little stumble there for the start on the return, but he was able to find his stride. The Rebel defense coming onto the field now as the Mounties will take over 1st and 10 from the 20. I believe that's the 3-yard line they'll spot him at. The Mounties wearing all white tonight in their road uniform, and they will set up in the triple option formation. Quarterback, well, now they'll settle into the I. Quarterback under center. He's got fullback and running back behind him. He'll take the snap, fakes the handoff, full roll out, and he's got number 10. He'll get out to the 35, break a tackle, get out to the 38. That was Kaylin Alexander on the reception there. Pick up the first down and a little bit more.
Rebels on a good pursuit there.
Yes, he was. Here it is, 1st and 10, the 38-yard line. Shades Valley going to sub in a wide receiver, it looks like. They'll go one wide. 3 men in the backfield. Little motion there with tight end. Quarterback goes under center now. He's got 3 men behind him. He's going to take it, pitch it to the running back, and immediately gobbled up by the Rebels.
Great pursuit. Great pursuit.
Looks like that was number 62, I believe. Yes, that is Michael Lawrence.
Michael Lawrence.
The senior with a great tackle there. That'll be a loss of 3 yards for the Rebels. Or, excuse me, the Shades Valley Mounties. Bring up 2nd and 13 now. Quarterback number 1, Earl Woods, getting his players in position. He's under center, I formation. He'll start barking out the cadence, and here he is taking the snap. It will be a handoff, and that is nothing there. Big tackle by number 60, Max Nuroff, the junior.
Great solo tackle.
Yeah, excellent job there, just bear hugging the quarterback and not letting him go anywhere.
Now 3rd and long.
It will be 3rd and 12 now for the Mounties. I have to thank the Rebel defense here, motivated to get off the field with a 3rd and long here. Shades Valley will go 2 receivers. Now the motion out, tight end, 1 receiver to the top, 1 to the bottom, I formation now. Quarterback Earl Woods will take the snap, fake the handoff, and he'll drop back. He looks for a receiver, overthrew him, incomplete. A lot of contact, but no flag.
No flag.
Clean play there by the Rebels, and the Mounties will be forced to punt. Here on 4th and 12.
Great play by Cameron Layaka.
Was indeed. And Joseph Sullivan will be deep to return. Of course, we've seen a mixture of Joseph Sullivan, Charlie Hughes, and maybe 1 or 2 other men back there. But Joseph Sullivan tonight will be the returner. He's going to be back at about the 30-yard line, awaiting the punt from the Shades Valley Mounties. Punter counting his men there, making sure they have enough on the field. There's a snap, hold, almost blocked.
A block by John Ross Ashley.
Great kick. And Joseph Sullivan will fair catch that right about the 26, maybe 27-yard line. And the Rebel offense will take over now, 1st and 10. And Jude, it's been the running game this year. Brian Agee, Teo Crawford, the 1-2 punch, Landon Neese with the fullback dive, and it's been successful all year long.
And with a little dabble of Braden Glenn getting a few QB sneaks here and there.
Yes, he is excellent on the QB sneak, and now Glenn leading his offense out there. He will get in under center I formation. 1 receiver to the top, 1 to the bottom. He's barking out the cadence. Now he'll take it. He'll pitch it. That'll be Crawford on the carry. Crawford with the hole. Crawford with the 1st down and more. He'll get out to the 42-yard line.
Big hole on the left side.
Excellent job there by the offensive line. You got Hoke Smith over there and Landon Neese out leading the way, able to get the block, and a massive hole for Teo Crawford right there. That'll be 1st and 10 now from the 42, and this Rebel offense looking to get going here. Glenn under center, I formation, 2 receivers to the top of your screen. I believe it's Romeo and Turner. Glenn now barking out the cadence. He'll take the snap. Fullback dive for Landon Neese, and he gets a hole. And there he goes for a 1st down across the 45 to the 42-yard line. Great play right there.
I'll tell you what, Mims, every time he gets the ball, it's like he just runs with a full head of steam no matter what.
He's a very powerful runner, and I tell you, he is always falling forward for positive yardage. So the Rebels will pick up a 1st down now at the 42-yard line. So they're now in enemy territory across the 50, and Glenn taking them out. It will be the I formation, 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Glenn takes the snap, and it'll be a play-action pass. He'll roll out. He's looking deep. He's got Turner. Catch! Touchdown Rebels! Excellent pitch and catch right there by Braden Glenn to Cole Turner.
On the money.
And that'll put the Rebels up 6-0. Lots of celebrations on after that, as an excellent 42-yard touchdown pass for Braden Glenn. Here we go. Matthew McMeans on for the point after.
That was a beautiful pass.
Very good pass. You know, Glenn, a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but he has definitely settled in, found his stride, and he has been excellent for the Rebels
no question
this year. Now the extra point here. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. Vestavia up 7-0 over the Shades Valley Mounties with 9:13 left in the first quarter.
With a quick start from the Rebels.
It was. They got started going early with the run game and then a big pass play there. Braden Glenn to Cole Turner for the touchdown.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacy
Back
O'Shields
Rebel
Agency,
fans here. McMeans now
Dr.
kicking
Melanie
off after the
Petro
Rebels score a
and
touchdown to go up
Progress
7-0.
Bank.
And that kick will be fielded at the 15 by number 10, Kalen Alexander. He will get out.
Tackle made by a swarm of Rebels.
Yeah, he'll get out to about the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 there for the Mounties. Not a whole lot of offense on the first possession for the Mounties. So they got 15 yards passing and -2 yards rushing.
And only one first down.
Yeah, they'll definitely be looking for a change here, but the Rebel defense looking to not give them anything once again. They come out and they'll go into the I formation. You know, they like to show the triple option, but then jump into a different formation. And Woods now under center. He will hand it off, and that will be nothing but maybe 2 yards there. I believe that carry was by number 42, Braylon Hart.
Another tackle by Michael Lawrence, a senior.
Yeah, Michael Lawrence has been there just about every single play. Definitely trying to make the most of his last high school football game. Go now. Woods getting his players in order. He will hop into the I formation under center. And he'll try to get the Rebels to jump off sides. They won't budge. Now looking to the sideline for a different play. Get everybody on the same page, and now takes the snap and a pitch to number 10, Kalen Alexander. Alexander will pick up maybe one on the play. He was met with a host of Rebel defenders. That'll bring up a 3rd and 7, I believe. Woods trying to get all of his players in order on and off the field, situated now. And he will drop back into the shotgun. One receiver to the bottom, one receiver to the top. They'll bring the tight end in motion, and they will drop into the I formation now. Woods under center. He'll take the snap, fake the handoff. He looks to pass and is sacked at the 25-yard line. That was number 39, John Edwards for the Vestavia Rebels. He was able to grab a hold of his leg. Didn't know if he was going to go down, and finally able to just wrestle him to the ground for a big, big loss, and that'll bring up 4th and very long.
Nice 3 and out there by the Rebels.
For the Mounties. Yes, it was indeed, Jude, as they will be forced to punt. Looks like Joseph Sullivan. It is deep for the Rebels. He's standing at about the 40-yard line. There's the snap, a little bit of a fumble. He's able to recover it and punt it high, very high kick. And Joseph Sullivan will fair catch that at the 48-yard line.
Great field position for the Rebels.
It is excellent field position, Jude, right at about midfield, as Braden Glenn, the senior quarterback, will lead his offense back onto the field. And we'll see if they can pick up right where they left off earlier with big yardage and a touchdown. They'll be in the I formation. Cole Turner and Charlie Hughes to the bottom of your screen. Teo Crawford is the back. And Glenn will take the snap. It's a pitch to Crawford. Crawford out across the 50, 45, 40, 35, tagging down at the 37-yard line. And that's an excellent run by senior running back Teo Crawford.
And brought down by Kentorius Turner, number 3.
Yeah, Teo Crawford, they're able to find a hole, make a couple guys miss, and that's big yardage for the Rebels. So we see Knox Romeo coming into the game for the Rebel offense. They'll come out of the huddle. Knox Romeo will be at the top of your screen. Charlie Hughes at the bottom. Rebels in I formation. Teo Crawford is the back. Glenn getting his linemen situated. And he'll take the snap. It's a give to Landon Neese up the middle. Neese across the 30 to about the 28-yard line. That's a good pickup for the Rebel offense, and that'll be about 2nd and 7. Cole Turner replacing Knox Romeo into the game now as he brings the play. And the Rebels will come to the line of scrimmage now. Glenn in the shotgun. He's got Crawford behind him, Neese to his right. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. It's Hughes and Turner. Glenn now will take the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's got Teo Crawford on a screen and immediately met
hard by number 29, Tyler Addy.
Yes, and that will be a big loss for the Rebels. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10 from the 33-yard line. You have to think 3rd and 10 here. We're going to see Braden Glenn go to the air like we just saw there, but maybe a bit of a deeper play as Knox Romeo comes on to the field for the Rebels. And the Rebels, again in the shotgun, Turner and Romeo to the bottom of your screen. Glenn takes the snap. He rolls out. He looks downfield. And he's got Romeo. Romeo right at the line. It looks like he'll be a yard short. And that'll bring up 4th and 1 for the Rebels.
Definitely 4th down territory.
I would agree. You have to think 4th and 1 at the 24. You got to go for it here. And the offense will stay on the field. Coach Anderson having a word with Charlie Hughes before he sends him into the game to bring in the play for the Rebels. And they will line up. Hughes, the lone receiver, to the top of your screen as they bring in the heavy package. And Braden Glenn up the middle. They're going to push him. It looks like he's got the first down.
The infamous QB sneak.
He's done it all year. Great run there by Braden Glenn. Picks up a good 3, maybe 4 yards and a Rebel first down. 1st and 10 now from the 21-yard line. You know, Braden Glenn been successful all year with that QB sneak, whether it's just a short little pickup like that one was there. But he can break it away long, and we've seen him run for touchdowns all year. Glenn now under center. Turner, the lone receiver, to the bottom of your screen. It's a pitch to Crawford. Crawford finds a hole. Crawford breaks a tackle. Crawford across the 15. And he'll be pushed out of bounds at the 13-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Rebels now. Rebels now inside the 15-yard line, knocking on the door of the Mounties, trying to put this one into the end zone as Romeo comes onto the field for Cole Turner. Romeo will be the lone receiver at the top of your screen. Teo Crawford, again, the back. Braden Glenn now under center. And he'll take the snap, and he's going to take it himself up the middle. He's going to get maybe to the 10-yard line. Will it be enough for the first? It looks like it from here. They will signal first down. And that'll be 1st and 10 from about the 10.5-yard line, maybe right on the 11. Yes, it will be 1st and 10, not 1st and goal. They'll spot him down at the 11-yard line. And the Rebels looking to punch it in here as Charlie Hughes comes onto the field. He's the lone receiver at the top of your screen. Braden Glenn under center. Teo Crawford is the running back for the Rebels. Glenn takes the snap. He pitches it to Crawford. Crawford maybe got a yard or two before being pushed back by the Mounties defense. And they will give him a yard, spot him down at the 10-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Rebels. Rebels been leaning on Teo Crawford an awful lot in this game. He's got 4 rushes for 42 yards.
He's been their go-to starter most of the year.
He has. Brian Agee been his backup,
right
able to offer some relief as we got Romeo in motion. Glenn looking to pass. He's got Turner. Oh, broken away last second. Incomplete pass. Love the play call right there. A fade route to Cole Turner. He's been excellent at it all year as he's just a big receiver at 6'2", and most of the time able to come down with those. Not this time. And it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Rebels.
But well defended there on that play.
Very, very well defended. I believe it was number 9, Marlon Sewell, on the coverage for the Mounties. Charlie Hughes now coming into the game, bringing the play in for the Rebels. And they'll come to the line rather quickly with only 8 seconds on the play clock. Turner at the bottom of your screen, Hughes at the top, Rebels in I formation. Crawford is the back. And Glenn's going to take it, play action pass. And he has no time. He's running for his life. He looks across, incomplete. That was to no one. He had to get rid of it before he was sacked. The Mounties did an excellent job there bringing pressure, and they were able to get Glenn rushed, and that will be an incompletion for the Rebels. Looks like maybe there's some confusion. There was a flag down. The man in the white hat having a conversation with the Mounties coaching staff. It will be illegal substitution on the Rebels. That penalty will be declined. It is 4th down.
Matthew McMeans coming out to kick this.
Yes, McMeans has been good for the Rebels all year. He's been consistent and done well at his job. This one will be a little chip shot from the 16-yard line, 26-yard long field goal. Glenn to hold, snap, hold, kick is up, and that kick will be good. The Rebels go up 10-0 on Shades Valley. Great drive by the Rebels there. Ran out of fuel a little bit at the end, but still able to come away with a field goal, and they'll go up 10-0.
You know, Mims, I was talking to some of McMeans' fellow teammates, and they said he was drilling 55-yarders at practice the other day.
You know, we saw, I believe it was a 45-yarder in the Spain Park game, and that was not a warm night, too, so you have to think cold foot. That makes it a little bit more difficult. He's definitely got the leg strength to do it. So he'll come on now to kick the ball off for the Rebels. Minute 57 left in the first quarter. Shades Valley again, 10 men deep. And it will again be Marlon Sewell, Joseph Lewis, and I believe Kalen Alexander. McMeans will boot it away for the Rebels. A very short kick, fielded at the 18-yard line, and that's Kalen Alexander. He'll get across the 30 to the 34-yard line before being taken down by the Rebels. McMeans left a couple kicks short. You know, normally we see him right at the goal line inside the 5, and tonight they've been rather short and unexpected from McMeans.
You got to think it's a game plan because he's been kicking it past the 5-yard line almost every game.
Yeah, you have to wonder, maybe they saw something, wanted to pooch it up, try and get a tackle. Woods now will take a snap, and immediately we got a flag. Looks like it will be false start. We'll see what the man in the white hat has to say about that one. It will indeed be false start against the Mounties, and that will back them up and make it 1st and 15 from the 29-yard line.
Not what they needed to start this drive after 2.
No, they're definitely looking to get something going here, and a penalty is just not the way to start that off. So Woods now, he'll be in the shotgun. No, now he'll walk up under center. 2 wide receivers. He'll toss it, and it's a reverse back to the wide receiver. And the Rebels are in the backfield but can't seem to bring him down. Finally, he is brought down by a host of Rebels at the 30-yard line. That play will gain 1.
Tell you what, man, so far the Rebels have absolutely stuffed the run game.
Yes, that was number 8, Joseph Lewis on the carry, and he was not able to get anything. Jude, you said it. This Rebel defense has just been able to almost sniff out every play the Mounties have been running and not giving them anything on offense. Woods now will bring his troops into order there in the I formation. He's under center. Lone receiver at the bottom of your screen. He'll take it. Stumbles. Play action pass. Looking. He's overthrown. And Joseph Sullivan will pick it off across the 50 to the 45. He's got blockers. Cuts back. Backing up now to the 45, spins, and he'll be brought down at the 44, I believe. Not really sure what he was doing on that return, but nonetheless, an excellent interception. And that'll give Vestavia the football at the 44. So they're still up 10-0, looking to expand on that lead here.
I don't know if you saw that, Mims, but it looked like Joe Sullivan caught that with one hand.
I believe he did. Jude was able to just jump up there and grab it with one paw. Glenn will lead the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can continue being as hot as they were on the last two drives, which resulted in scores. It's the I formation, one receiver at the top of your screen, one at the bottom. Glenn takes the snap. He pitches to Crawford. It's a reverse back to Hughes.
Pass.
Hughes looking to throw. He's got Turner. It'll be intercepted, though, by Shades Valley, and they will take back over at the 19-yard line. Very interesting trick play there for the Rebels. Didn't work out as Hughes will throw the interception, and the Mounties will take right back over where they left off.
Not every day when a wide receiver has an interception.
No, not used to seeing that kind of trickery for Vestavia. They are normally a more classic, conservative running offense. But nonetheless, we saw it here tonight, and here Woods is under center in the I formation. He takes it. It's a fullback dive, and the fullback will pick up 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry.
Great gain tackle by the Rebels.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 of them in on the tackle there. That carry was by number 32, Micah Burrow.
Back to Joe Sullivan. He's a very good athlete, made that outstanding play, and is actually going to continue his baseball career at Jacksonville State after this year.
Yes, a two-sport athlete Joseph Sullivan is. Like you said, baseball being the other. And it looks like a timeout will be taken, I believe, by Shades Valley.
End of the first.
Oh, end of the first. Thank you, Jude.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
Welcome back, Rebel fans here. We're at the start of the second quarter now. The Shades Valley Mounties have the ball at the 24-yard line. Both teams just traded interceptions back and forth. The Mounties now in the I formation, 2 receivers at the top of the screen. It'll be a pitch to Kalen Alexander. Kalen Alexander breaks the tackle across the 25 to the 29-yard line. Good pickup there for the Shades Valley Mounties.
I believe that is the Mounties' longest run of the night.
I think you may be correct, Jude, as it will pick up a first down for the Mounties. Of course, the Mounties still looking to get something going on offense. The Rebel defense hasn't been giving them too much. Woods, the quarterback, under center. He takes the snap. That's a fullback dive, and that'll be number 42, Braylon Hart. He'll get 4 on that carry. That'll set Shades Valley up 2nd and 6 from the 34-yard line. Woods now under center. One receiver to the top of your screen, one to the bottom. It's a pitch, and that's Kalen Alexander. Again, this time it will be a loss. Joseph Sullivan in on the free safety blitz, and that'll be a loss of 3 yards on the play. You know, Joseph Sullivan, we just saw him get the interception. Now he's coming in for the tackle for the loss. He's everywhere for the Rebel defense. Shades
dropping back to a 2-safety look, it looks like.
Yes, they are. In Shades Valley now 3rd and 6. Woods going to look to pass. It's Joseph Sullivan again. No, he dropped it. Joseph Sullivan, ball in his hands. It will be an incompletion, though, for Shades Valley, and that'll be 4th down. So the Rebels will still be getting the ball back. But, wow, how cool would it have been to see back-to-back interceptions for Joseph Sullivan.
Gets a chance to redeem himself on this punt return.
Yes, Sullivan will be the return man for the Rebels. And, you know, interesting, Shades Valley only has Kalen Alexander back to block for the Shades Valley punter. And Vestavia been getting close all night. So they're close there again. And
a short kick again.
Very short punt. It'll take a Rebel bounce, and it'll be down at the 48-yard line. And Rebels, excellent field position once again. Braden Glenn now will lead the Rebel offense out onto the field. He, of course, had the long touchdown pass to start the game, 42 yards. Last drive, the interception, looking to redeem himself here now for the Rebels. He's under center. Hughes and Turner are the receivers to the bottom of your screen. And that'll be a handoff to Landon Neese. He'll get across the 50 to about the 47-yard line.
Hard run.
Yeah, great fullback dive there for the Rebels. And, you know, Landon Neese, he's just a guaranteed 3-4 yards for the Rebels. He's very good at that fullback dive play.
Like we said, runs harder than anybody on this entire Rebels football team.
Yes, definitely a very powerful runner. Now as the Rebels come in again in the I formation, Turner at the top of your screen. Romeo is the receiver at the bottom. Glenn checking the line, and he's going to take it himself, and he'll pick up 3 yards on the quarterback keeper. Great job there, and that'll be 3rd and short now for the Rebels. I believe 3rd and 2. You know, Jude, we've seen Braden Glenn all season long on that quarterback keeper, whether it's just 3 yards or whether he's breaking it away for a touchdown.
I said it at the beginning of the game. The Rebels treat a quarterback sneak just like any other run play.
That you did, and they do now as Glenn is in the I formation.
Have 10 people in the box.
Yes, they're expecting run, and they will, well, the play will be blown dead as Shades Valley took a timeout right before that play. And Judy, you said it, they had 10 in the box. They were expecting run. It was a run. It was a pitch to Teo Crawford, but they did not get the snap off in time as Shades Valley took the timeout. Of course, while we were away last time, they recognized plenty of former players of Coach Anderson as they are all in attendance for his final game. Many of them are sitting down in the south end zone of Thompson-Reynolds Stadium, Buddy Anderson Field. We'll pan over to them right now. And pretty cool to see a lot of Coach Anderson's former players here tonight.
All those players just show what an impact Coach Buddy Anderson has made on everybody's life.
Yeah, you know, you always hear about his success on the field, you know, winning as coach in Alabama history, but you hear just as much his success off the field, whether it's leading Bible studies at his house or his speeches at the pep rallies as we come back here, Glenn under center. And they will draw the Shades Valley Mounties off sides there with the snap cadence, and that will be a first down for the Rebels. You know, we see that all the time. The quarterback comes in, tries to just bark out a cadence to get the team to jump, and they were successful at it there. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Rebels subbing in and out a couple players here. So we'll have Romeo and Turner, the receivers, to the bottom of your screen. Glenn in the shotgun, knees to his right, Teo Crawford behind him. Glenn will take the snap, and he drops back. Now he's going to run, and he'll get stood up. That'll be a loss of 1, I believe, maybe 2. Just didn't quite have the time on that play to look downfield, tried to take off and run, and he ran into a host of Shades Valley defenders.
It almost looked like a designed run.
It could have been a QB draw there. Delayed a little bit, try to get the defense to drop back before taking off. Nonetheless, it will lose 2 yards, and Glenn now under center. Hughes and Turner, the receivers, to the top of your screen. Teo Crawford is your back. And Glenn will pitch it to Teo Crawford. Crawford able to get across the 40, but not much else. That'll be a 2-yard gain, and it will bring 3rd and 10 for the Rebels. You know, when you think about planning beforehand your offensive game plan, you know 3rd and long is never what you want to plan for or see in the game. But here it is for the Rebels.
Especially with the run being the staple of the Rebels offense.
Right, you know, Vestavia very, very heavy on the run side of the football. Glenn now in the shotgun. Romeo and Turner are the receivers. Glenn's going to drop back, and he's going to look to throw. He's going to step up. He's looking deep. He's got Nice over his head. Incomplete pass for the Rebels. He had Nice open just a bit over his head, and that'll bring up 4th and 10 from the 40-yard line. You have to think we're seeing punt here, Jude.
Yes, great cover there by Shades Valley.
It was great coverage. Forced Braden to maybe go to a player he wasn't necessarily thrilled about in Landon Nice.
And it looks like the offense is going to stay out.
They are on the field for now. We'll see if that will stand. Coach Anderson having a conversation with the referee. Don't know what that is about. Maybe he saw something he did not like. The offense is just kind of standing around waiting. And Coach Anderson will take a timeout with 7:29 left in the 2nd quarter. It'll be 4th and 10.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
Timeout. It'll be 4th and 10, and it still looks like the offense is on the field. A bit of a shock here. A 4th and 10 from the 39-yard line. Not expecting this. That is for sure.
Coach Buddy Anderson gutsy on his last night of coaching high school football. Excuse me.
Yes, it is. And Braden Glenn will be in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap, and he'll look downfield. He's got Hughes. Hughes able to come. Yes, he will come down with it, and there will be a flag on the play. You have to think pass interference as they were all over each other, but nonetheless, Hughes able to come down with it, and that'll be 1st and goal at the 5 if it stands. We will have to see what the man in the white hat has to say about that one.
Hopefully he's okay, but it looked like Charlie Hughes came off limping a little bit.
It is pass interference on the defense. They will decline it. 1st and goal for the Rebels from the 5. You said it, Jude. Charlie Hughes came off a little limping there. He's going to be looked at as Romeo comes into the game to take his spot. Romeo will be the lone receiver at the top of your screen. Glenn under center. Teo Crawford is the back. and Glenn will keep it himself. He'll bounce to the outside. He's going to look, going to be pushed in.
He's in.
Touchdown, Rebels. Braden Glenn, we say it all the time, excellent at that QB sneak. This time able to pull it in 5 yards for a Rebel touchdown. They will be up 16-0, the extra point pending.
Mims, it almost looked like he was carried in by his fellow lineman there.
Yeah, he was able to break it outside, get a couple, and then his lineman just picked him up and carried him into the end zone. So here, Glenn will stay on to hold the extra point. Of course, Fort Edmonds, the long snapper. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Vestavia will take a 17-0 lead, and this offense is rolling for the Rebels.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
Welcome back, Rebel fans. Here we are, the kickoff after that touchdown. McMeans will boot that one, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And, Jude, that may go back to what you said earlier about McMeans and the last couple just trying to pooch it up and not quite carry it into the end zone. As we see, he carries it in there with ease on that kickoff. Of course, Rebel offense came off just an excellent drive there as Braden Glenn was able to carry it in for the touchdown of the last play, a 5-yard touchdown run there as they'll go up 17-0, 6:55 left in the first half.
Yeah, the Rebels have absolutely dominated so far in this game.
And Woods will hand it off to Alexander. Alexander breaks a
long
tackle.
run.
Alexander, one man to beat to the 40, 35, 30. He's gone. That'll be a touchdown for Shades Valley. First play of the possession. And Kalen Alexander just absolutely burns them for a touchdown for Shades Valley. And Jude, we have not seen that all night. Kalen Alexander finally able to break one away.
Yeah, Shades Valley's been balled up all night. It's just I was saying the Rebels are dominating. They break a long run for a touchdown.
Yeah, you have to think maybe miscommunication for the Rebel defense there, as we've seen them give up absolutely nothing this half, and Kalen Alexander able to break one away there.
Shades Valley had 7 rushing yards up into that run right there.
Yeah, that was an 80-yard rush for Kalen Alexander. And that puts him at 84 yards for the night. Shades Valley now here. Extra point. Looks like it is.
High snap.
And the kick is up. The kick is good. Shades Valley will cut that lead to 17-7. And the Rebels will get the ball back with 6:43 left in the half. Jude, you have to think that's just enough time for another Rebel touchdown if they just milk the clock with the run game like they always do.
Yes, of course. This will be the first.
This quarter is brought to you with limited commercial interruption, courtesy of Piggly Wiggly. Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever.
Welcome back, Rebel fans. Of course, Shades Valley just broke away with an 80-yard touchdown run there. They will come on the field now to kick off. After that, Rebel offense looking to come back onto the field and pick up right where they left off. They've been moving the ball well all night.
Yes, and this will be the first time I see the Rebels returning a kick.
It will be, and there will be Teo Crawford and Knox Romeo deep for the Rebels. We've seen a mixture of guys back there all season. Teo and Knox will be looking to return it here. Is the kick. It is away. A pretty short kick. Romeo will field it at the 15. He's going to take off across the 20 to the 25-30. He's got a hole. Man to beat. Breaks the tackle at the 45 to across the 50 to the 40-yard line. He is finally wrestled out of bounds. An excellent return there by the senior Knox Romeo.
A great hard-nosed run there by Knox Romeo.
Yes, he had contact. Looked like he just trucked over a Shades Valley defender, and the Rebels will have excellent field position once again from the 38-yard line. So we'll see senior quarterback Braden Glenn lead his team out onto the field. We have Charlie Hughes and Cole Turner, the receivers, to the top of your screen. Teo Crawford remains the back. Glenn under center now. He'll take it. He'll hand it to Landon Neese. Landon Neese will stumble, find his ground, and he'll pick up a first down and more across the 25 to the 23-yard line.
Great run. And these last two plays by the Rebels is a great response to the long 80-yard run by the Shades Valley.
Yeah, the Rebel offense definitely looking to answer as they are rolling right now. Landon Neese there stumbled a bit, did almost a somersault, and was able to find his footing and continue running. It was an impressive run there by Landon Neese. Glenn now under center. He's got Romeo and Turner to the top of your screen. Crawford is the back. Glenn will take the snap. He'll pitch it to Crawford. Crawford across the 20 to the 15. Drags a man to the 10, and he'll be taken down at the 8-yard line. And he dragged a Shades Valley Mounties, defender. It looked like a good 3-4 yards on that play.
And I think there's a personal foul on the backside of the play by Shades Valley.
There is a flag down. Referee's having a conversation. Here's the man with the white hat.
Yes, personal foul.
Personal
Shades
foul
Valley
on the defense, and that will be at the distance to the goal line for the Rebels, and they will get it now first and goal from the 4.5-yard line.
The 5.
Hughes now bringing in the play for the Rebels.
Good to see he's okay.
Yeah, glad to see, came off limping off that big reception. Glad to see he's back, and he will be at the top of your screen for the Rebels. Glenn now under center. Teo Crawford is the back in the I formation. Glenn takes the snap. It's a pitch to Crawford. Crawford goes untouched into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Teo Crawford does it again.
Danced over the goal line.
He had great blocking all around, led by Landon Neese, the fullback, and the Rebels will go up 23-7 as we await the extra point here.
Great response by the Rebels.
Excellent response there. The defense gives up a big play. The offense comes out and says, hey, we got your back. We will put it in the end zone.
And then 2 very quick scores by both teams.
Yes, Vestavia was moving the ball very quickly. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. As Vestavia will go up 24-7 with 5:31 remaining in the half.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
Welcome back, Rebel fans. We bring you back here as the Rebels about to kick off after another great drive and another great touchdown. Teo Crawford able to put it in for the Rebels as they're up 24-7 now. Waiting McMeans to kick it away. And here is the kick. That kick will sail inside the 5, and now the Shades Valley Mounties will return it. It's Kalen Alexander. He gets across the 25, and he'll be taken down at about the 27-yard line. Kalen Alexander, of course, the Mountie who just broke away for an 80-yard touchdown run on their last drive. Of course, the Rebel defense looking for something other than that on this drive here.
How hot the Rebel offense has been, you got to think that Shades Valley does not want to give the ball back to them before the first half is over.
Yeah, I agree, Jude. With how quickly they've been scoring, you have to think, even if there's just 2 minutes left, they could punch it in for another score. Woods now under center in the I formation, lone receiver at the top of your screen. He'll take the snap, and it'll be a fullback dive. He'll get across the 35 to the 36-yard line for Shades Valley, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 4, I believe, as they come back into the huddle. Good pickup on the fullback dive there. It was number 42, Braylon Hart, for the Mounties. The Mounties again in the I formation. This time it'll be a pitch to Kalen Alexander. Alexander breaks a tackle. He's across the 40 for a first down. He'll be taken down at the 45-yard line.
Taken down by multiple Rebels.
Yeah, he was. Looked like Joseph Sullivan was in there. Maybe Houston Owen as well.
Seems like Joseph Sullivan's almost in on every single stop.
Yeah, he is everywhere at once for the Rebel defense. Kalen Alexander remaining hot on this drive as he is starting to find some success for the Mountie offense. Woods getting all of his players in order as he now steps under center. It'll be another give to Kalen Alexander. He'll break 2 tackles, gets across the 50, breaks another, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line for the Mounties.
Taken down by Jackson Ayers.
Yes, Jackson Ayers, good tackle there. They'll spot him at the 47-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 2 for the Mounties. Kalen Alexander starting to find something here for the Shades Valley Mountie offense. And they will again be in the I formation, a lone receiver to the top of your screen. It'll be a fullback dive. He'll get across the 45 for the first down and be taken down at the 41-yard line for the Mounties.
Once again, Joe Sullivan makes the play.
Yes, Joseph Sullivan there, an excellent tackle. And that was Braylon Hart again. Him and Kalen Alexander have been carrying the ball for the Mounties. They're starting to find success, starting to find a little bit of momentum for the Mountie offense. Kalen Alexander is over 100 yards rushing. He, of course, had that long 80-yard touchdown run. So it'll be another give to Braylon Hart. He'll get across the 40 to the 37-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 7, I believe, for the Mountie offense. For the Vestavia defense right now, you have to be a little bit worried, just trying to come up with a stop here as the Mounties seem to be finding more and more momentum on this drive.
Vestavia drops back in a 2-safety set.
Yes, they will. Earl Woods now steps under center. It'll be a pitch to none other than Kalen Alexander. He will get out to the across the 35 to the 34-yard line for the Mounties, and that'll bring up a 3rd at about 4. For the Rebels here, this is a big stop. 2 minutes left in the half. You get a stop here, you can maybe give your offense enough time to go down and get a score. That clock will keep ticking as he was tackled in bounds. Ticking about 150 now. Woods getting his player set. He gets under center. Will take the snap. It's a fake fullback dive. A pitch to Kalen Alexander, and he'll get the first down at the 30-yard line before being taken down by the Rebels. 1st and 10 for the Shades Valley Mounties.
A great tackle by Cameron Layaka.
Was a great tackle, but not after a great run by Kalen Alexander, able to pick up the first down for the Mounties. Woods now under center, high formation. It's going to be a fullback dive to Braylon Hurt. He'll pick up about 1 yard before being taken down at the 29-yard line. The clock ticking just around 1 minute at 1:05. You have to think there has to be some sort of urgency for the Mounties. Try to get another score before going into halftime, as the Vestavia Rebels will get the ball back to start the second half.
And it looks like they're just taking their time. The clock's just rolling down.
And not seeing a whole lot of hustle here. So Woods will go under center, 29-yard line. It's going to be a play-action pass. He's looking deep. He's got a man up, jump ball. He caught it. Was he in? Yes.
Great
Touchdown,
catch.
Shades Valley Mounties. That was an excellent catch. There were 2 Rebel defenders there, but he was able to haul it in.
Great pass and catch.
Believe that was number 5, Alfonso Weathers, as he was able to pull down the touchdown grab with 35 seconds left.
Earl Woods put that in the perfect spot on his back shoulder.
Was a terrific pass by Earl Woods. You know, we haven't seen him throw the ball a whole lot. Only 5 attempts, 2 completions for 45 yards, and that touchdown there. So we'll wait the extra point here. Snap, a little high, but the hold is down, and the kick is up, and that kick will be good. Vestavia still leads 24-14, 35 seconds left in the first half here at Thompson-Reynolds Stadium.
And how Buddy Anderson has been calling plays tonight, as long as it's offensive coordinator, you got to think that they're going to try and score here with all the risks they've been taking.
Yeah, you'd have to think maybe take a couple shots depending on where they get the ball back after this return. Try to put it in the end zone for another score. Of course, they will get the ball to start the second half, as I mentioned earlier. So maybe they just take it into halftime and reassess there. The Mounties come onto the field now to kick the ball away. Little interesting, their kicker prefers it on the left hash. He'll line it up now. Teo Crawford and Knox Romeo deep for the Rebels once again.
Hopefully the same result as last time.
That would be great to see, especially it will be a short little pooch kick fielded by Landon Neese, I believe. Neese gets out across the 30, pushes forward. He'll be taken down officially at the 33-yard line for the Rebels. And not great, but not terrible field position for the Rebels. I guess it's pretty good field position, but from what they've been used to tonight, not the best. Be the 34-yard line. Glenn comes to the line. He's got Turner at the top of your screen, Hughes at the bottom, and Teo Crawford is the back for the Rebels. He's going to take it, pitch it to Crawford. Crawford across the line of scrimmage. Crawford across the 40 to the 45, taken down at the 49-yard line for Vestavia. 23 seconds left, and they're going to rush to get to the line, and they will take a timeout here to stop the clock at 23 seconds left in the half. And Jude, we thought maybe we see a shot taken, but instead a give to Teo Crawford, but still able to pick up a first down. You have to think maybe now at the 49 you take a shot with 23 seconds remaining, try to get another score.
Yeah, it really didn't look like Teo Crawford had much to go, but he got through.
Yeah, Teo Crawford, a very patient runner, always seems to be able to find a hole and make the best of it. that time able to pick up a first down for the Rebels.
Interesting enough, we have not seen any of the home run hitter Brian Agee tonight. You got to think it's because it's senior night.
Yeah, you'd have to think, with it being Teo Crawford's last high school game, want to give him as many carries as possible. He has been the leading rusher for the Rebels, 8 rushes for 77 yards and a touchdown. Glenn now under center. Hughes and Turner at the bottom of your screen. Crawford again in the back. Glenn takes it. Play action pass. He's going to look downfield. He's got Turner. Turner catches it at the 22-yard line and taken down immediately. The Rebels are going to run very quickly to the line. 15 seconds left. You have to think maybe just spike it here, stop the clock, settle down, and get another play off. They'll get to the line and spike it.
Only
3 seconds, will tick off the clock for the Rebels. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the, the 23-yard line.
going back to that play, it was a very hard throw by Braden Glenn throwing across his body to Cole Turner.
A very, very good throw indeed, though. It was a big gain for the Rebels. Glenn now 5 of 9 for 108 yards, and the touchdown we saw earlier to Cole Turner. Glenn now under center. Turner at the bottom. Hughes at the top. He's going to drop back, look to throw. It's a fade route to Charlie Hughes. Charlie Hughes, he caught it.
Great.
Yes, touchdown Rebels. Another great throw by Braden Glenn, able to find the back shoulder of Charlie Hughes. Charlie Hughes had to lay out, but still an excellent, excellent play for the Rebels, and they will go up 30-14, the extra point pending.
I'll tell you what, Braden Glenn has been absolutely superb in this first half.
Braden Glenn is having a heck of a night. You have to think he's motivated. This will be his last high school game as he is a senior, and we've seen an excellent performance from him this first half. Matthew McMeans now on to try the extra point. The snap, the kick is up, and the kick will be good. The Rebels will go up 31-14, 6 seconds remaining in the first half.
The Rebels' offense tonight, Mims, has, no pun intended, been red hot with 31 points in the first half.
Yes, they have been rolling for sure. You have to think they're all motivated, as there are many seniors, including Teo Crawford, Charlie Hughes, Landon East, and the quarterback, Braden Glenn. Have to think they're motivated to keep the ball rolling on their senior night here in Thompson-Riddle Stadium. And here, McMeans will come onto the field now, looking to kick this one away. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw just a squib kick here, try to run out these last 6 seconds of the half, go into the locker room up 31-14. He will tee the ball up. Mounties again, 3 men deep. It will be Kalen Alexander, Joseph Lewis, and I believe Marlon Sewell. Deep. McMeans now in position. Here's the kick. It's a short squib kick, and that'll be fielded and immediately taken down.
No time off the clock.
The 33, I believe. Great job fielding it there by the Mounties. Immediately able to fall on it and waste no time there.
You'd think they just come out and kneel it. With them coming out and kneel, we have seen a bunch of offense from both sides, mostly the Rebels, but both sides tonight. Over 350-plus yards combined.
Yes, we have, and it has been Kalen Alexander for the Mounties able to get it done. He has 106 yards rushing in the first half. This will be a give now to Braylon Hart. He'll get across the 40 to the 42 for a first down. That'll be the end of the half. Vestavia up 31-14 here tonight for Coach Anderson's last game in Thompson-Reynolds Stadium on Buddy Anderson Field.
Everybody, a big congratulations to the homecoming court. 2020 year of the COVID here, but that doesn't stop us, the Vestavia Rebels here at Thompson Reynolds Stadium. I'm Steve Bendall. Yes, it's a throwback here for a few minutes. And speaking of throwbacks, I've got a couple of throwbacks up here with me as well. Louis Noto, Joe Perez. These are some guys that I've known for, well over a couple of decades now.
Long time.
And have been very instrumental in the Vestavia football athletic program here, and good friends of Coach Buddy Anderson, which is why we're here tonight.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Have been for many years.
It goes back to, with me over 30 years with Coach, you started when Joseph was a young cat playing in the youth football league, and I come over here and beg Coach to let us borrow his football field to play games on. Coach and I were talking about that tonight, and got a chance to sit there and talk to him for a little while.
And that's a big deal for Coach to give up the playing field there.
It got to the point where he said, here, Noto, here's the keys. And everybody was going, what do you mean he's giving you the keys?
And you've had the keys for years
I've had
after
the keys
that.
for years. That's correct. That's correct. And then, of course, then we got into the high school, and then I got, with Joe Perez in the Athletic Association. And Joe is the one that kind of reeled me in on becoming a part of the association.
Reeled you in or suckered you in?
Well,
listen, we were partners for many years, I assure you. I had two boys that played up here probably from 1995 through 2005, and Lewis and I, we were joined at the hip. We did everything together. I think Joseph was in between Matthew and Michael, so I was involved for a few years, and then Lewis came along, and we did everything Coach needed us to do. We both had the luxury of time, and Coach utilized our time very well.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I was telling someone tonight, I said, you just wouldn't believe that. I wish we had some pictures beforehand and now what we have there, because, the people walk up here down, they see there's this beautiful place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Back then, they say, we had grass. We didn't have grass. We had rock.
That's well, you talk about going back. I don't want to talk about how old I am, but I have enjoyed seeing old friends down here, old players that are back tonight for Coach's final game and everything. I'm from the class of 82, and it was a grass field. We moved rocks.
Yes.
We moved the rocks for the baseball field for Coach Sammy Dunn. We plugged grass out here. Coach Anderson rode a tractor. Y'all remember those days.
Oh, yeah.
He rode a tractor cutting grass, and he loved it.
He did.
And when we got this turf field, I remember asking him, what are you going to do now with all your spare time? So I actually called Coach, I guess it was Wednesday was the last time I talked to him, because I know how he gets closer to ball games and everything, and just kind of checking in with him and seeing how things were this final week, he and Linda, how they were doing and everything. And, he goes, well, Bendall, it's going to be pretty emotional Friday night, He says, but I'm keeping busy putting my game plan together, like that.
Sure,
and I almost pulled the car into the ditch when he said, I'm putting the game plan together. I'm thinking, it's 4 plays, Coach.
Right, exactly.
Well, what he's thinking about those kids, that's the main thing. And, everybody continue to say that through the years, that Buddy's interested in one thing, and that's these kids. And I assure you, and Lewis can too, as parents of student athletes, and I know many other parents who didn't have athletes, and Coach is just interested in every child at this school, not just student athletes. And I've told Coach and many other coaches up here too, that the self-discipline that my kids demonstrate today in their job and in their family life and their relationships really got its start right here with the coaches, and they really taught them so many things. And they both played for Coach Dunn and Coach Anderson and many other coaches too, Coach Hatchett. So we've gone through the gamut, and I have the utmost respect for Coach Anderson and the entire staff that he put together. And now, look, you got Coach Siggers running this thing up here now.
Yeah.
I remember Coach Siggers, he was wet behind the ears back a few years ago, and he's in charge, and he's just doing a super job.
Joe, I can sound a little bit on that. I said, Joseph to this day still talks about the things that Coach told him and taught him, and and I can remember talking to Coach many years ago, sitting in his office, and we're talking about state championships and all that, and he goes, all these schools got these blue maps. He goes, but my state championships are hanging here on the wall. And he points to these pictures of these young men who wrote letters or sent pictures of their family, and he says, that's where I won my state championship, right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
And he means it. He means it.
Absolutely. And, you just it really hits home.
Yeah. It's, with Coach Anderson, it's not a trophy. It's not a ring. It's relationships. And that's, I've told Coach many times he's like a second father to me.
Sure.
And all these years later. And now we have what I think is a great relationship because, 20-year, being from here, growing up under Coach, 20 years of doing the football broadcast, as you guys know.
You and Snapper.
And Snapper. And then, serving on the Board of Education now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so we had conversations this summer leading up to his retirement that I never would have dreamed that I would have had with Coach.
Right.
He was sharing concerns and fears, if you will, and memories and everything else. And it was truly an honor for him just to confide in me and have the conversations about what to do.
Absolutely. And I told him yesterday when I called him, I said, Coach, it's been a pleasure, but it's also been an honor to work side by side with you. I said, it really, he goes, no. I said, yes, Coach, you don't understand. I said, it really has been.
Yeah.
And I said, we went through many years of wondering how we were going to make things happen. And we did.
Yeah.
It happened. I told him, I said, what you got to look forward to now, the sun's going to come up tomorrow. God's going to open up that door for you to see what the rest of your life is about, and then you're going to enjoy your retirement.
Well, that's what's interesting about it, because I had an opportunity to introduce him at our Rotary function back a couple of weeks ago, and I talked to him about, okay, Coach, you're retiring now, so what's next? And he says, he's not leaving. He's going to be Dean of Students. I said, oh, my goodness. He's going to still be here, a block from the school, and he's still going to be up here. And that's wonderful because this place needs Coach Anderson.
Well, there was a little nod from the Board of Education for that, and we had some good conversations. And you just can't let somebody like Coach Anderson go.
No.
And so, yes, he will retire from football duties, but he will be Dean of Students. And as you guys said, I grew up going to FCA meetings at Coach's house and in Miss Linda's house. My daughters went to FCA meetings at Coach's house when they were here. So it's like y'all were saying, it's not just the football team.
Right.
It's
the community. It really is.
It is the community. The community loves Coach like everybody. And even students who may not have played for Coach or could have had a run-in with Coach or whatever the case is.
Right.
Even if there's somebody it's not 100% love fest with Coach Anderson, it's what Coach Anderson has done that has turned that individual to prove that he or she is successful in life.
And he's been so approachable forever. It's just amazing that I know back before our kids played, back in the early 90s, I see Coach at dinner or something like that with our family, and I think, oh, that's Coach Anderson. I'm not good enough to go speak to him, but I soon realized that he's just a man just like we are. He's just a wonderful Christian man, too.
He is. He's just
a great family man.
He's a humble Christian man.
I think he's got, 8 grandchildren now?
Yeah.
When we knew him, and I went to one of his daughter's weddings, so that tells you how long I've been around here, too.
Well, and, I was telling somebody earlier, and we were talking about it, some of the old-timers down there in the end zone. We were freshmen coming up from Pizzitz when Coach Anderson was hired as the head coach, when he was promoted to the head coach.
That's amazing.
So
Mendal's not older than we are, Lewis.
I know it. That's right, Joe. You're right.
But we were here during what we think is the prime days, where state championship, runner-up freshman year, sophomore year, and win it all your junior year. Yeah. And then our senior year came along, and we went 6-4.
So. You woke up.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah.
Well, you can't beat Coach Anderson. But he invested in every sport. He cared about every sport.
Right.
It wasn't just football. He wanted to make sure that every
and you guys know
student, athlete had an opportunity to be at the top of their game but not worry about what they had to have.
That's right.
He made that happen for them.
That's right. Well, and his door was always open.
Always.
When my girls each came up from Pizzitz at the times that they did, he would sat down and talk with me both times. And he said, if they ever need anything, if there's a problem, you tell them to come talk to me. And he means it.
He meant it.
He means it.
To this day, I can tell you he meant it.
I know.
He always wanted to know how everybody was doing.
Yeah,
I know.
He's always asking about your kids.
Well, and it's a great testament when you see the 250 ex-players that showed up tonight to see Coach. And it was a great thing. Prior to the game, they actually had the pregame in the old gym, and the old football players were allowed to go in there for the pregame ceremony.
Oh my God, they are the Axioms, huh?
Yes. So
wow.
now they all knew what he was going to say for the most part.
Absolutely. I've heard it myself. That's wonderful.
Well, I think we're about running out of time.
Yeah, I think so. So
thanks. It's an honor, guys, to be with y'all.
Well, we appreciate everything. Thank you for everything you guys have done
Same
for the
here,
program, and we are going to turn it over to the experts here for this season. These guys have done a wonderful job all season long.
All right. Well, thank you, guys.
I better clean these things. I'm old.
All right. Go Rebels.
Go Rebels.
Welcome back in, Rebel fans, as we bring you to the second half of this football game here. Shades Valley getting ready to kick the ball to the Rebels. Vestavia coming off of a very dominant half on the offensive side of the football. Defense gave up 2 late scores there, but other than that, very dominant for the defense as well. We have the kick underway now.
Short kick.
Teo Crawford will field it at the 10. He's across the 20 to the 25. He'll be taken down at about the 27-yard line. Guess he got a quick push at the end there. They'll spot him at the 30. Great return by Teo Crawford. And here comes the red-hot Rebel offense led by senior quarterback Braden Glenn. They had a heck of a first half here. Braden Glenn, 131 yards in the air with 2 touchdowns on just 6 completions of 10 attempts. He had a great first half. Teo Crawford led the way with 77 yards rushing. Here, Glenn is now under center. He's going to hand it to Landon Neese. Up the middle, Neese across the 35 to the 40, across the 40. Stays on his feet across the 45 to the 47-yard line. That was a great carry there by Landon Neese.
Yeah, great carry. Good cutback and hard run.
Yes, it was. Jude, we say it time and time again. He's a very powerful runner and always able to fall forward. He drug a defender there and was able to pick up the first down for the Rebels.
Always. Runs like a bull when it sees red.
That is very true. Glenn now comes under center. He's got Romeo and Turner at the bottom of the field. Teo Crawford will remain the running back. Glenn's going to take it. He's going to pitch it to Crawford. Crawford across the 50.
Oh, gets tripped up.
Tripped up, and he had a hole there. Could have taken it for more, but nonetheless picks up a good 4, 5, maybe even 6 yards there. We spotted at the 48-yard line.
For Vestavia, if you can get 3 to 4 yards on a run game, every time you run the ball, it's a win every single time.
Yes, very much so, Jude. They've done well tonight with the run game. Glenn now under center. Charlie Hughes, top of your screen. Cole Turner at the bottom. Hughes now in motion to join Turner at the bottom, and Glenn will take it. He's dropped back, looking to pass. He's got Hughes. Hughes at the 42-yard line. He'll be taken down immediately.
And he's down again.
Yeah, he looks to be shaken up after that hit, grabbing the arm. He looks to be in a lot of pain. Hopefully he is all right. Trainers are tending to him now. There's an injured Mountie.
Also down.
Yes.
Number 2, Cameron Harris.
Cameron Harris. We'll see as the coaching staff comes to tend to him too.
Charlie Hughes looks like he's in a lot of pain on the sidelines.
He does. We obviously hope both of those guys are okay. Rebels did pick up the first down, and Cameron Harris wasn't able to get back up. He's going to try to walk it off. Here it is, 1st and 10 now from the 42-yard line. Knox, Romeo, and Cole Turner at the top of your screen.
If you're the Rebels, you're thinking you want to attack Cameron Harris. He still looks a little shaken up.
Yeah, might be a little bit slower after that, but Braden Glenn will run it up the middle, and he's able to pick up 1 or 2 yards on the carry. They'll spot him down at the 40. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Rebel offense.
Mims, I believe that's the 7th QB sneak we've seen this game.
I believe you're right. It is. And he's able to pick up a good yardage and a touchdown rushing for Braden Glenn. Be 2nd and 8 now for the Rebels from the 40-yard line. Glenn now under center. Turner, and I can't see who that other receiver is at the top of your screen. Glenn dropping back, looking. He's got number 15, Leighton Hargrove. Leighton Hargrove able to get across the 20 to the 15-yard line.
Huge pickup there by Leighton Hargrove.
And we have not seen a lot of him this year, but a great reception right there. Able to get a first down and much, much more. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Great play by Leighton Hargrove. He is a senior. Like to see senior guys like that getting their shot here in their final game. That'll be Romeo and Turner at the bottom of your screen. Crawford remains the back. Glenn under center now. He'll take it, hand it to Landon Neese. Landon Neese has got a hole. He breaks a tackle across the 5. He's into the end zone.
Looks like he's just short, man.
We'll wait for the signal, and they will call him just short. I thought he got in. Apparently, the Zebras disagreed with me.
Hard run right behind Hoke Smith, 74 on that left side.
Yes, Hoke Smith was able to get out in front, give him a big hole, and Landon Neese just able to drag a defender just short of the goal line here. Would not surprise me if we saw that or QB sneak, which we will. Braden Glenn, he'll get in for the touchdown. That'll be the second of his.
Very easy there.
The second rushing touchdown for him tonight. Very good run for the quarterback, Braden Glenn, as the Rebels go up 37-14 with the extra point pending here.
And the Rebels, they started right where they left off in the first half.
Yes, they did. They remain red hot here. We'll see them come into the extra point formation. Glenn will stay on to hold. We'll see McMeans here attempt the point after. Edmonds the snap, Glenn the hold, McMeans the kick is up. The kick is good. Vestavia will go up 38-14 with 8:44 left in the third quarter. And Jude, we saw this offense just remain red hot, driving the ball with absolute will, able to keep going.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
Line drive kick fielded at the 5 by the Mounties. He's across the 15 to the 20. Taken down back behind the 20 at about the 17-yard line. They're going to spot him forward progress, though, at the 21. And that is where the Shades Valley Mounties will take over.
And great tackle there by Jack Lamy.
Was a good tackle there by the sophomore. Just to update you fans of college football, Minnesota leads Maryland 28-21 in a Big Ten showdown. Make sure to keep you updated on that. And Woods will pitch it now, and he will get across to the 30, get the first down to the 34-yard line. 33, excuse me.
Good tackle by Will Cox.
It was a good tackle by the sophomore. We've seen him a lot on this Rebel defense, able to make just smart plays on defense.
And, it's very rare in Vestavia to see an underclassman starting on varsity on both sides of the football.
It is definitely, for sure. That definitely speaks to his ability and leadership for the Rebels. Woods now under center. He's going to hand it. That's a fullback dive. He's across the 35 to the 40. That was Braylon Hart on the carry for the Mounties. It'll be 2nd and 4.
It's not often in a football game where you see that a fullback and the running back on both teams get almost equal amount of carries.
Yes, that is very true. Of course, we knew Vestavia coming into this, a big fan of the fullback dive, and why not when you have Landon Neese, who is an excellent runner of the football. But something we didn't necessarily expect from Shades Valley. Now as Woods will get under center, and that's going to be a screen pass across the middle, and he cut back across the middle, cut over the 50. Will be taken down right at about the 50-yard line. That'll be a first down for Shades Valley. That was Alfonso Weathers on the reception there for Shades Valley. He's able to pick up a first down. Woods comes to the line there in the I formation. Weathers, the sole receiver at the top of the screen. It's a fullback dive to Braylon Hart.
Again.
He is to the 45, where he will meet a host of Rebel defenders and be taken down 2nd and 5 upcoming for the Mounties.
Yes.
Shades Valley, rocky start and not able to get much going in the beginning, but has since found their stride in the run game. And we've seen a lot of Kalen Alexander, Braylon Hart, both 10 rushes. Alexander 118 yards, Hart just the 50. And there is another carry for a first down. That'll be 6 yards and a Shades Valley first down across to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, besides the first 2 possessions, the Mounties have been driving on almost pretty much every drive.
Yes, they have indeed, and they have 14 points on the scoreboard as a result of it. Woods now under center. It's a fullback. No, it's a fake.
Keeps it.
He keeps. He will pitch
Pitches.
to Alexander. Alexander across the 30 to the 25-20. Cuts back at the 10, 15. Inside the 10 to the 7-yard line is Alexander. And they are going to give him a very generous spot, much further than I expected, at the 4-yard line. And it'll be first and goal for the Shades Valley Mounties. They are in the I formation. Weathers, the lone receiver at the top of the screen. Vestavia loading up the box. And it's a fullback dive to Braylon Hart, and he will fight
score.
his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Shades Valley. That will put them at 20 points, trailing the Rebels by 18 for the time being. We will await the extra point, and Jude, they continue to get the run game going.
Yes.
See, it looked like for a minute they were going to think about going for it. Now the kicker comes onto the field, and they will line up for the extra point.
Both teams, Rebels and the Mounties, when they're kicking the extra point, it looks like they have a odd formation they line up in.
Yeah, they like the formation. Take a look at, see if the 2 points there. It's
That's
a fake.
not-
Weathers is going to run, and he will
looks
be
like he's short.
just short.
Yes.
No good. And the Rebels continue to lead 38-20. That was Weathers on the run there. He was the holder, took it and run, did not come away with it. Welcome back in, Rebel fans. Of course, Shades Valley just scored a touchdown there. We're not able to convert the 2-point conversion. So Vestavia continues to lead it 38-20. Just to keep you updated on college football, Minnesota now up 35-21 on Maryland. 11:54 remaining in the third. Eastern Carolina up 7-3 on Tulsa. Another, and here a short little pooch kick fielded by number 40, what is that? 46 by the Rebels. That is Tucker Smitha. Haven't seen a whole lot of him this year, but nonetheless a pretty good return. There is a flag down. We will see what that's all about.
Tucker Smith is also a sophomore.
And another sophomore in that group that has made a difference for the Rebels this season. We'll wait to see the man in the white hat. It will be on the kicking team, and Vestavia will get some more yards added on to that kick return. They will now have the ball at the 45-yard line as Braden Glenn comes onto the field to lead this offense. Good to see Charlie Hughes back on the field for the Rebels. He was shaken up earlier. Him and Turner at the top of your screen. And Teo Crawford remains your running back. It's a give to Landon Neese. Landon Neese bounces it outside, and he'll pick up 2 or 3 yards on the carry.
Mims, I believe that was actually Alex McKinstry on that give.
You're right, it was. There was a change at the fullback position. My apologies.
I believe that's the first we've seen of him tonight.
I believe you're right, Jude. I think that is the first. You know, we've seen a mixture of him and Landon Neese at the fullback position. Of course, Landon, them both, I believe, actually battling injuries this season, but they have both done an excellent job. So it's now 2nd and 7 from the 48-yard line. Glenn, another fullback dive, and it was Alex McKinstry again, able to get about 6 yards. It'll be 3rd and very short for the Rebels, 3rd and 1.
Great hard downhill run.
Yes, it was indeed. He was able to bust through the line and pick up good yardage before being taken down. Here it is, 3rd and 1 for the Rebels. Definitely you have to think run here. We're a very run-heavy team in a short yardage situation. Shades Valley stacks the box. Glenn takes the snap. He's going to sneak it, and he's going to get a big push. He's still on his feet.
He's going to keep
across
going.
the 40, across the 45, 30.
Keep going.
35, finally taken down. I believe, yes, they will call forward progress stopped. And my, oh my, what a great push that was by the Rebel offensive line.
I'll tell you what, I don't know why the Rebels don't just do that every play. It seems like they get 5+ yards every QB sneak.
Tell you, that looked like it was 1, maybe 2 yards, and that offensive line just began pushing their quarterback forward, and they pick up big-time yardage. They are now at the 24-yard line. Glenn under center. Hughes and Romeo, the receivers, at the bottom of your screen. It's going to be a toss to Teo Crawford. He's across the line of scrimmage to the 20-yard line before being taken down. Good pickup of about 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and 6 for the Rebels.
Mims, back to that QB sneak. That was a 22-yard pickup by Braden Glenn.
Yes, a very excellent QB sneak indeed. Again, the offensive line doing just a great job of pushing their quarterback forward, refusing to let him go down. Now we see Turner and Romeo at the top of your screen. Glenn's going to pitch it to Crawford. Crawford cuts back. He's got his jersey held, and he will be tackled for a 3-yard loss. Great play by the Shades Valley defense right there.
Like the Mounties sniffed that one out all the way.
Yes, they did a great job of expecting the run there, and the Rebels will lose yardage, there. And here they come back to the line of scrimmage. Hughes and Turner at the top of your screen. A 3rd and long, you have to expect pass here. And it will be a play action pass. Glenn steps up looking. He's got Turner in the end zone. Turner, jump ball. Did he come down with it? There's a flag down. He did not come down with it. A flag down. You have to think pass interference. They were all over each other. Both ended up on the ground. Have to see what the man in the white hat has to say about this one. It was indeed pass interference on Shades Valley, and that will give the Rebel offense a 1st down. Great play design there, giving the big 6'2" wide receiver Cole Turner a chance at the football. Braden Glenn put it in position, but of course, the Mounties defender, pass interference, kept Turner from catching the football here. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. And Glenn will toss it to Crawford. Crawford across the 10. He's going to drag a man for 3 yards, maybe 4. It will be at the 8-yard line for the Rebels. 2nd and looks to be 6 yards. Cole Turner now coming onto the field for Knox Romeo. Turner will line up to the bottom of your screen. Hughes to the top. Crawford remains the back. Glenn now under center. He'll take it and hand it to Alex McKinstry, the fullback dive. Alex McKinstry across the 5 to about the 3-yard line. That'll make it a 3rd and very short 3rd and not even a yard for the Rebels.
I tell you, the left side of the line, led by Hoke Smith, has been very stout tonight. Almost every single play, positive yards if they're running left.
Yes, we've seen the offensive line having a great game tonight, and like you mentioned, Hoke Smith, big offensive lineman, 6'4",
another
300
QB
pounds.
sneak.
Braden Glenn across. Did he get in? Yes, he did. That's a touchdown for the Vestavia Rebels, and that is Braden Glenn's 3rd rushing touchdown. They will receive a flag for excessive celebration, and the coaches aren't happy to see that. But great to see senior quarterback Braden Glenn having an excellent game tonight.
It looks like Coach Buddy Anderson is livid after that celebration.
Yes, understandably so. Those are stupid penalties costing you yards. He is out almost to the numbers, yelling at his senior quarterback.
You got to be thinking that Coach Buddy Anderson is a little bit lighthearted because of his last game, but he's coaching it just like it's first game.
Couldn't see what that flag was.
It has to be unsportsmanlike conduct.
They're now talking to
the Rebels.
Shades Valley coach. That's what we are expecting. It was against the Rebels. The touchdown will stand. It will be 44-20.
Well, Mims, it looked like the referee signaled offset penalties. There might have been an unsportsmanlike conduct on Shades Valley as well.
There could have been. Nonetheless, the Rebels will attempt the extra point now. Edmonds the snap, Glenn the hold, McMeans the kick. It's up, and it is good. Vestavia Rebels now up 45-20. 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter here at Thompson.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System. Personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, Freaky Fast Gourmet Sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills. Train different. Bryant Bank. Andrews Sports Medicine. ATI. Mandalucason, Remax. Yanoski Orthodontics. Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency. Dr. Melanie Petro and Progress Bank.
Welcome back in, Rebel football fans. Your Vestavia Rebels are on top 45-20 right now, set to kick it away to the Mounties. They will be kicking from the 25-yard line after that unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rebel offense following their touchdown score. And you talk about Braden Glenn right now, 9 rushes, 41 yards, and 3 touchdowns for the senior quarterback. He also has 2 more passing. That is 5 total touchdowns for the senior, having a heck of a game right now in the third quarter.
I was just about to say that, Mims. He has played absolutely outstanding tonight, rushing and passing the football.
Have to think he's very motivated. His last game of his high school career, wanting to show off a little bit. And here's McMeans. The kick is away. A line drive, very low kick. Fielded at the 22-yard line. He's across the 30, 35, 40. Breaks the tackle, 45. And he will be taken down at around the 50-yard line. Excellent return there by the Shades Valley Mounties. And another questionable kick by Matthew McMeans. You know, we're used to seeing him boot it into the end zone. This one much, much shorter. And the Mounties get a big return as the result. Rebel defense looking for a stop here after allowing 3 scores. It's a fullback dive, and he will get across the 45 to the 49-yard line. Looks like he'll be just short of the first down. It will be second and less than a yard. That carry was Braylon Hart, the fullback for Shades Valley.
I'll tell you, Mims, both the fullbacks, Landon Neese and Shades Valley fullback, they both run the ball very hard, consistently.
Yes, they do. They're both having excellent games. And this give is to Alexander. Alexander breaks a tackle across the 40 for the first down, and he'll be taken down at the 36-yard line. And Jude, you said it, Braylon Hart, the fullback for Shades Valley, and Landon Neese, the fullback for the Rebels, both getting big-time yards and carries. A very old-fashioned looking game right now, as that clock will tick to 0, and we will head into the fourth quarter here at Thompson-Riddle Stadium.
This quarter is brought to you with limited commercial interruption, courtesy of St. Vincent's Health Systems. Personalized care when and where you need it. Vestavia Football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, Freaky Fast Gourmet Sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills. Train different. Bryant Bank. Andrews Sports Medicine. ATI. Mandalucason, Remax. Yanoski Orthodontics. Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency. Dr. Melanie Petro and Progress Bank.
Quarter now. Shades Valley has the ball, and they are beginning to start driving. Jude, as it'll be first and 10 from the 36-yard line.
Yes. So far tonight, as you said earlier, it was old school football, but very high scoring, especially
Yes.
for the Rebels.
Yes, old school in the sense that we are seeing a lot of running, especially with the fullbacks. But Judy, you said it, very high scoring. 65 combined points through 3 quarters. We'll see if that continues here into the fourth as Woods leads his offense onto the field. He gets under center. One receiver at the top of your screen, and he's going to roll out. He's going to pitch it to Alexander. Alexander's going to drop it. That pitch will roll out of bounds. We'll see. Looked like the refs had a bit of a confusion on whether it was a fumble or an incomplete pass.
It looks like
they will spot him down. It will be 2nd and 10.
Looks like an incomplete pass.
Yes, they will count it as a pass. You know, they're right near the line of scrimmage. It looked like at the last second he threw it kind of forward. Maybe Alexander got a little bit ahead of himself on that run. It will be 2nd and 10, though. And here it's another run. This time he will pitch it to Alexander. Alexander will get it across the 30 to 35. 25, and he'll be inside just to the 23-yard line. That time, Kalen Alexander able to handle the pitch and pick up the first down for the Mounties. He is having a very good night running the ball for the Mounties, over 100 yards rushing.
Yes, I would agree with you, Mims. Alexander, when he gets a full head of steam coming downhill, he is hard to stop because he is very fast.
Yes, he has a 171 yards rushing and a rushing touchdown as well. A great night for the Shades Valley back. Here is a fullback dive to Braylon Hart. He breaks a tackle to the 10-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 9. Excellent run there. He got a seam, hit it hard, and hit it fast. And he will get across the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Rebels.
Rebels defense are getting gashed right now by the Mounties running attack.
Yes, they are. The Mounties doing an excellent job running the football right now. We'll see if it continues now. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Woods looks like there's a bit of confusion with his players. Gets them set down. And it'll be a handoff to Kalen Alexander. Alexander, spin move at the 7. He'll get out to maybe, they'll mark him down at the 7-yard line there. A 2-yard pickup for Kalen Alexander. Be 2nd and goal, from the 7 now. Shades Valley remaining in the same I formation, lone receiver to the top. And it's a fake fullback dive. Woods is going to keep it himself. He's across the 5. He dives for the end zone. Was he in? He was. Touchdown, Shades Valley. And that was Earl Woods, the quarterback. He took it himself this time, ran it in for a 6-yard touchdown for the Shades Valley Mounties. They now trail the Rebels 45-26.
That was a great creative and shifty run by Woods.
It was. He was able to make a couple guys miss and able to get into the end zone.
Very good stretch.
The referee's having a conversation down there. We'll see what that's all about.
Looks like they're picking up a flag.
Flag, unsportsmanlike conduct on Shades Valley. And that is back-to-back unsportsmanlike conducts on touchdowns, one for the Rebels and now one for Shades Valley. Here's the extra point attempt. Snap was high. He got it down. Kick is up. Kick is good. Rebels lead 45-27, 10-19 remaining.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
This football game, and that'll be 10 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the career of Coach Buddy Anderson. The Rebels lead 45-27. Shays Valley getting set to kick it away to the Rebels. Of course, they'll be backed up on this kick due to the unsportsmanlike conduct after the touchdown by Shades Valley.
And Mims, talking about Coach Buddy Anderson, you got to wonder what's going through his head with 10 minutes left in his high school football coaching career. 49 years, and he has 10 minutes left.
You have to think it is a bit bittersweet for him. We'll see how that factors into the way he calls the game. See if he gets a little bit more aggressive, knowing he doesn't have many plays remaining. Here, Shades Valley now set to kick it away. Kick is a high one, and it'll be fielded by Romeo at the 27. Romeo across the 30 to the 35, 40. He got a hold of the 45, 50, 45, down to the 40. And the Rebels, once again, great starting field position. An excellent return there by senior wide receiver Knox Romeo. He will get across the 50 to the 40-yard line, and the Rebels will have a short field here.
Romeo really hadn't made any impact at wide receiver, but, boy, those two returns he's had on the kickoff have made a big impact on where the Rebels start out.
Yes, that's right. No receptions tonight, but 2 excellent kick returns, and he's having a great game for the Rebels. Here's Glenn now under center. It'll be a toss to Teo Crawford. Teo Crawford across the 45. He'll stumble his way down across the 30.
Ball's out.
We'll see who recovers it. Wait for
like
the signal. Shades Valley recovered it. And that is a big turnover here. Teo Crawford, the ball just popped loose as he got hit. And the Rebel defense now back onto the field after a very short rest. And Shades Valley's running game has been going strong. We'll see if it will continue here on this drive for the Mounties.
With time running down, Mims, you got to think that they're trying to get downfield, so they got to pass at least a little bit, especially with this momentum.
Exactly. With 10 minutes left, you still trail 45-27, but it will be a fullback dive to Braylon Hart. He will pick up a good 5, maybe even 6 yards on the carry. Taken to the 37-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4, I believe. You know, Shades Valley, we've seen really one formation from them. It's this I formation with flowers at the top of your screen. And here goes. That's a pitch to Kalen Alexander. He'll get across the line of scrimmage, pick up 4 yards, and a Shades Valley first down.
Got to wonder where the sense of urgency is for Shades Valley if they're trying to win this football game.
Right. You know, we saw this at the end of the first half. Not a whole lot of sense of urgency trying to get the score. We're seeing it here now. It'll be at the 42, 1st and 10. And it'll be a fullback dive. Braylon Hart, the Rebel defense, able to pick it up there. He'll only pick up about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 now. You know, it's not many times that your fullback has more carries than your running back, but that is the case right now for Shades Valley. And here's Woods. He's going to drop back. He's got a man. It's Flowers. He's looking, and that ball is thrown out of bounds, uncatchable. It'll be incomplete, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Mounties.
Yes, some great coverage there by Jackson Ayers.
Was great coverage. He stuck with Weathers the entire way, but that ball just uncatchable from Woods. We haven't seen him throw the ball a lot tonight. Only 8 attempts, just 3 completions. Of course, 55 yards and a touchdown, though. We'll see them now. Woods takes the snap. He's going to roll out. He's going to take it himself. He will be tackled for a big loss there. That had to have been at least -5 yards for Woods on the quarterback keeper. And it'll bring up a 4th and very long. Jude, you have to think this is punting situation for the Shades Valley Mounties, excuse me.
Yeah. That was a great play by Will Cox, cutting him off there and just making him basically sit down.
Excellent play there by the young sophomore. And Shades Valley will send the punter out onto the field. Joseph Sullivan going to have to jog back there. Looks like the Rebel defense was looking for them to go for it. Sullivan now standing back at the 25, awaiting this kick. A little bit of a high snap. The punt is away, though. A low line drive. It'll hit at the 35, roll out on a Shades Valley roll to about the 24-yard line, and that is where this red-hot Rebel offense will take over. And Jude, it's either been a touchdown or a turnover for the Rebels. You know, we've seen the one interception from Braden Glenn and now the one fumble from Teo Crawford. But nonetheless, they have remained red hot, putting up 45 points, and they look to remain the same here. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line.
Yeah, I believe we have not punted tonight. And you got to remember that interception was Charlie Hughes on the end-around fake.
That was. And Teo Crawford gets the carry. He'll bust out across the 30 to the 33-yard line. You are correct, Jude. My mistake. That interception was thrown by wide receiver Charlie Hughes, not Braden Glenn, back in the first half.
Great run there by Teo to make up his mistake earlier with the fumble.
You have to think he's upset after that fumble, but able to pick up 9 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and 1 for the Rebels. The 33-yard line.
This clock winding down, you're thinking they're just going to run it out.
You'd think so, with this running attack still going strong and just 7 minutes remaining in this football game. It is another pitch to Teo Crawford. Crawford going to cut back, looks for it and fights, but he will just be able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Not able to gain any yards. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Rebels. So they bring in the heavy package, and 2 tight ends will take out Hughes and Romeo.
I would like to say Mims. I already know what's coming.
You'd have to think it's either the quarterback sneak or the fullback dive. Both have been successful all night for the Rebels, and we'll see what it is. Turner, the lone receiver at the top of your screen. I formation for the Rebels. Teo Crawford is the back. And Glenn will take it. He's going to pitch it to Teo Crawford. Teo Crawford
He's cuts
across
loose.
40, 45, 50, 45, 40. One man to beat. Cuts back at the 30 to the 25, 20. Taken down finally at the 20-yard line. That was an excellent run by Teo Crawford. And that'll set the Rebels up 1st and 10 into the red zone. And they're looking for a score now after the big run by Teo Crawford.
I'll tell you, Teo really bounced back from that fumble.
He did. He came out and he looks to be running mad at this Shades Valley defense. They're able to pick up great yardage and a Rebel 1st down. You know, Jude, we were looking for that QB sneak and didn't get it, but instead we got something better and big yards from Teo Crawford.
It looks like we're going to see Pierce Hanna for the first time tonight at running back.
That is the junior running back, and he will get the carry. He gets across the 20. Looks like he'll pick up about 2 yards before being stopped short.
Now Brian Agee.
Brian Agee will make his first appearance of the night. You know, Brian Agee, the 2nd leading rusher for the Rebels. Haven't seen him yet tonight, but he makes his way into the huddle.
Brian Agee's been electric all year with multiple double-digit yard touchdown runs.
Yes, he has a very quick back, and Brian Agee. Glenn now will take the snap on the 2nd and 9. It's a pitch to Agee. Agee across the 20, but he will be wrapped up and forced back. Looks like maybe no gain on that play from the Rebel offense. It will be 3rd and 10. Agee actually lost yardage on that play. You have to think we're going to see a pass play here from Braden Glenn. Rebels now break the huddle. Romeo, the lone receiver to the top. Romeo, of course, isn't the tallest of receivers. Glenn now takes the snap. It's a fullback dive to Landon Neese. Neese breaks a tackle. 10-5. Touchdown, Rebels. Landon Neese able to break across the line, break a tackle, and get into the end zone for the Rebels. They now lead 51-27 with 4 minutes and 6 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
And that score right there puts the Rebels over 50 points and over 450 total yards of offense of the night.
Yes, the Rebel offense has had a very, very good night tonight. We'll see McMeans come on now for the extra point attempt. Braden Glenn to hold, Fort Edmonds to snap. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Vestavia now leads 52-27. Just over 4 minutes remaining here in Thompson-Reynolds Stadium.
McMeans has been absolutely perfect tonight, too.
He has.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie Petro, and Progress Bank.
And Rebel fans as Vestavia leads 52-27. And here comes the kick from McMeans. It is a booming kick, and it will be sail into the end zone for a touchback. Jude, you have to think now with 52 points, you have to feel for the letterman having to do all those push-ups down there.
I know, I was
in front
just
of the
about
student
to say.
section.
And they've done a whole lot more than 52 because they got to do it every single time they score.
Yes, those lettermen down there are definitely getting stronger tonight, having to work hard for the last game of the season. We'll see Shades Valley now 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line after the touchback there by Matthew McMeans. It'll be a give to Braylon Hart. Braylon Hart will pick up 2, 3, maybe 4 yards on the fullback dive, and it'll be 2nd and 6. He got to the 24-yard line there for the Mounties. Three minutes and 40 seconds now, and the clock keeps ticking. Mounties now hands it to, I believe that was Kalen Alexander, and he will bust through for a first down for the Mounties. Actually, excuse me, that was number 30, David Ware. I believe that's the first we've seen of him tonight.
I would say so.
Great way to end your first carry with a first down. And Woods now under center. He'll take the snap, and it's another hand off to David Ware, and David Ware will pick up maybe 2 yards on that one. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Mounties now. The clock ticks just under 3 minutes, and man, we are getting a big gust of wind here at Thompson-Reynolds Stadium. Papers flying all over the place.
Yeah, the weather is awful chilly tonight and brisk.
It is. Woods now hand it to Braylon Hart. Braylon Hart up the middle again, and that's good 5-yard carry. You know, really interesting to see the fullback get more carries than the running back tonight.
Yes, indeed.
Braylon Hart has been an absolute workhorse for the Mounties. 18 rushes, 101 yards, and a touchdown. That last carry did put him over the 100-yard mark. He is having a great game tonight.
It's not often you see a fullback with over 100 yards, and the opposing team, Landon Neese, has 91 yards.
Yes, and once again, the give is to Braylon Hart, and he will get the first down. He'll get across to the 43-yard line. That'll put him at 19 carries for 104 yards. Yeah, definitely interesting to see the two fullbacks combine for over 200 yards rushing. Excuse me, just under 200 yards. And there is another, who carried that? That was David Ware again. He got across the 45 to the 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. Mounties now 2nd and 6, I believe, and the give will, no, yes, it was a give to David Ware. And he will be right at the 45. They will give him the first down. Earl Woods did such a good job there. He had me faked out. I thought he still had the ball, but David Ware was the carrier, and he picks up the first down for the Mounties.
Yes. And it looks like Vestavia is subbing in a few underclassmen to get these seniors off the field to honor them.
Yeah, a lot of subbing going around for the Rebel defense. Get some guys some snap. That is a fullback dive to Braylon Hart, and he will pick up the first down, I believe. Yes, they will give him the first down. He got all the way down to the 36-yard line as Vestavia continues to sub off players, get some guys who normally don't get snaps, some good playing time.
And with the clock winding down, this Coach Buddy Anderson's last game.
There may be one more play. Don't know if they'll run it.
It looks like they're shaking hands. It looks like they're done.
It looks like that will be the game. And the Rebels will be on top for Coach Buddy Anderson's final game. Of course, he's been here for almost half a century. Coach Anderson is the epitome of a Vestavia man. They're going to carry him off the field. The winningest coach in Alabama history. Coach Anderson, we want to thank you for all that you've done for the city of Vestavia Hills and the community, the school system. We wish you well into retirement and congratulate you on an excellent career here at Vestavia.
Mims, I can't think of a better way to go out.
No, a dominant win, 52 points scored. They will honor him here at the 50-yard line. Mutual respect shown. Coach Anderson, thank you for all that you've done. We wish you well into retirement.
Please know that your presence and influence in this community will last for generations. The community of Vestavia Hills is a very special place, and you are a major reason for that. We know we can count on each other because, as you have always taught us, when you play one Rebel, you play us all. Also, Coach Anderson, the governor would also like to extend her congratulations to Coach Anderson by the following commendation. Please allow me to read this for you, Coach Anderson. Once again, this is a commendation by the governor of Alabama. Whereas it is with sincere appreciation that Coach Buddy Anderson is recognized for his 42 years of leading the Vestavia Hills High School football team and making a positive impact in the lives of hundreds of young Alabamians. And whereas Coach Anderson began his coaching career as an assistant football coach at Vestavia Hills High School in 1972, and was later promoted to head coach in 1978. And whereas during his 42 years coaching at Vestavia Hills High School, Coach Anderson led the Rebels to state championships in 1980, in 1998, and amassed a postseason record of 47-29. And whereas Coach Anderson is the winningest active coach in the state with a 342 and 154 record during his 42 seasons as Vestavia Hills head coach. And whereas throughout Coach Anderson's career, his dedication to making long-lasting positive impacts in his players' lives has been recognized numerous times with prestigious awards and designations such as Alabama Sports Hall of Fame Frank Bighouse Award, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes Herman L. Bubba Scott Award, and his induction into the National High School Hall of Fame. Now therefore, I, Kay Ivey, Governor of Alabama, do hereby commend Buddy Anderson on his service to the Vestavia Hills community and wish him well in his future endeavors. Coach Anderson, job well done. Thank you.
Excellent to see them honor Coach Anderson there on the field. Of course, the public service announcer reading a note from the governor. Coach Anderson, congratulations on an excellent career. And that will do it for us here. Alongside Jude Cleary, I am Mims Jones. Your Rebels are victorious 52-27 in Coach Buddy Anderson's final game. Thank you and good night.
Vestavia football is presented by Moe's Original Barbecue, a Southern soul food revival, and brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly, local sense forever. Baumhauer's Victory Grill, you are legendary. St. Vincent's Health System, personalized care when and where you need it. Jimmy John's, Vestavia Hills, freaky fast gourmet sandwiches. D1 Birmingham, Vestavia Hills, train different. Bryant Bank, Andrews Sports Medicine, ATI, Mandalucason, Remax, Yanoski Orthodontics, Farmers Insurance, the Stacio Shields Agency, Dr. Melanie P.